at 6 p.m., but we decided to do another episode at 7 p.m. just so that we can provide some information or discuss a topic that a lot of you have been talking about lately. We're going to be talking about petty people and men versus women. So, those of you who are joining us, I want you to chime in and I want you to add a comment in the section about who do you think is pettiest? Do you think it's men or if you think it's women? Of course, you know, to each his own. Everybody's going to have his or her opinion, but we're going to talk about it and some of those traits and what should you do. How do you react when people are behaving differently towards you for minor things, just little petty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these days, folks are blocking you over a Facebook like. If you don't like them, they get mad. They're ghosting you over a text, or they're holding grudges from 2019 like it just happened yesterday. Yeah, there's some people that do that. So this little episode is messy. Nothing is off limit in this conversation. Broker J3 and I are going to go all in on male versus female pettiness. We're going to
Yeah.
break it down why people take everything too serious. Some people just take stuff too serious. Life is short. How men and women get petty differently and who does it worse. Some people may have an opinion to that. Petty in relationships. Some people are petty in friendship. Some people are petty at work. Should you ignore petty people? Should you apologize for something that may have offended that petty person? Or should you just cut them off completely?
What would you do about B? Would you?
I'm moving towards that latter part because sometimes if you apologize, it may not make any difference, and then you ignore them. That's not gonna be nothing, make no difference. So sometimes you just cut them off. Just don't have nothing to do with them. But some people are just too petty, and guess what, guys? It can be some of your family members that can be petty, little simple stuff. So this evening, thank you guys for joining us. We've got Bobby, we've got Mary, we have Big Tigger, we have Fargo 22. Thank you guys for joining us. As I mentioned earlier, this is a special episode of JMB Live. We're talking about men versus women. Who is the pettiest? Okay, guys, an interesting topic for you this evening.
Exactly. Well, what's up, family? Welcome back to another fire episode of J&B Live Podcast. It's your boy, that guy, your favorite uncle, Broker J3. And tonight we're going all the way in. I mean, messy. The title of the night, as Doc B said, is Men versus Women. Who's the pettiest? You heard me right, guys. We're about to settle it because petty has taken over in 2025.
And guess what, guys? It's not just women. Men are petty too. I am your girl, Dr. B. Let's just be real. People these days are walking around with glass feelings. You don't like their Facebook post, their Instagram post, or their TikTok video, boom, they block you. You don't text them back in 10 minutes, boom, they delete you. Folks are out here canceling friendships over nothing, minor stuff. And it's men and women, not just the women. Now we do petty differently. Yes, we do. But the question is, who does it worse?
Yeah.
That's a question, guys. Who do you think does it worse? Men or women?
All right, family, don't wait. We want you guys to go ahead and drop in the comments right now. Don't hesitate. We want to make sure you guys are real. We don't need any bots. So please drop in the comments right now. Who do you guys think are pettier, men or women? Let's go ahead and start this war tonight. Continue to tap that screen. Let's run those likes up, guys. Send those gifts.
Yes.
And if you're listening on replay, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Live with J and B. So if you guys are on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. And make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Bigo Live, and all of the social medias. And also for our audio listeners, you can catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcast. We are there and we are building.
Okay, guys. All right, Etna. Who do you think is pettier? The men or the women? What about you, Hope and Marshall? Go. Ralph Phillip. I want to hear some guys, particularly. Who do you think is pettier? You think it's the men versus the women? Okay, ladies, I need those comments coming now. I want to know because I want you guys to prove me wrong. Who do you think is messier, the women or the men? So make sure, guys, you
Not
share this.
messy, not
I'm
messy.
sorry, petty,
Petty.
petty, petty. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
petty. Thank you. Make sure you
That's a
share.
different topic.
Yes, it is. We've discussed that before. Make sure you share this live with your petty cousin, your petty ex, your petty boss. They all need to hear this. Anybody that you consider petty, share this live with them. So let's get messy, guys.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start right off. Let's go ahead and define what petty means.
Mm.
All right, Doc B. Let's start simple. What is petty?
This is when somebody takes something small that you did. God, I mean, it can be teeny tiny, tiny, and they blow it up like it's World War III, like it's the end of the world. Like you bumped into me at Target and didn't say excuse me, and now I hate you for life. People actually do that. That's petty.
Mm. You know what? For me, petty is when you bring up old stuff that doesn't even matter no more. Like it's 2025 and you mad about what I said in 2019. Come on, I don't even remember what I ate last week half the time, let alone
But
2019.
let me tell you something. Some folks remember it like it was yesterday. What you said to them 10 years ago, and they're not going to forget it. And that's petty. Move on. Okay, guys. Okay, men, I heard they do it too. Don't act like you guys are innocent. Y'all love to keep receipts and throw it back in our faces, in the women's faces. Y'all be like, remember the time you embarrassed me at the barbecue 2 years later? And you still hot about it.
Yeah, hey,
Okay.
but just to answer that question, Doc B, I'm gonna go ahead and answer it, guys. I'm gonna give you my opinion on who I think is more pettier, women or men. I'm gonna say women.
All right, ladies.
I'm gonna say women are a little bit more pettier. They tend to hold things a little bit longer than men do.
Uh,
But that's just me. That's just me. We definitely always want you guys to chime in. That's why we said put it in the comments. What do you guys think?
okay.
All right, guys. All right. Let's go like here. But let's not play. Women can be petty with the quickness. That's why I say that. But like, you mad I don't like your Instagram selfie? Like, seriously? Next thing I know, you unfollow me. You know, my cousin and my barber. Come on now, that's extreme. Seriously. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, now I can admit some women will do that because they want that attention, and if you're not giving them that attention, then they feel like you're not their friend, so they may do that unfollow. Now, but men can be petty too. They're usually petty in silence. Your boy don't invite you to the game next week when he want to hoop. You like, nah, bruh, I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? But you're not busy. You just sitting at home watching Netflix. That's petty.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I can agree with that. I'm not saying that men are not petty because men can be petty just like women.
Mhm.
And you're right. Sometimes it could be something simple, and it just blown out of proportion. If I forget to invite you to something because I'm trying to remember all the friends and stuff that I feel are close to me to be at this event, and I literally just forgot you, hey, I apologize. I didn't mean to forget you. That doesn't mean that now all of a sudden we're not boys. You don't talk to me no more, and you want to cut me off because I simply forgot. Hey, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm getting older. I do forget, I may need to take some of that ginkgo cola or something like that, but I gotta remember to take it.
Okay, so These are some comments that came in that my ex blocked me because I ate the last slice of pizza. And so, some people just think about it. How would you feel if your ex, your mate, ate the last slice of pizza? Would you get mad and hold it against that person?
Come on, tell us. Would you get mad? Come on, Edward. You know,
Yeah, DD, tell us, would you get
yeah,
mad?
tell us. Would you get upset? We like to know.
Yeah.
Leonard, Cat, Kais, Richard. Tell us. Would you get mad if somebody ate that last slice of pizza?
Okay, now another viewer said my friend cut me off because I didn't repost her business flyer. And so some people are like that too. They know that you're trying to, of course, you feel like you're trying to promote your business, and you ask your friends and family to share your flyer, and they didn't share it. So that person got mad.
Mm.
Yeah. Now, should they hold it against them? No. They could have forgotten to post it. Anything could have come up and they forgot to post it. But just because a person does stuff like that to you, don't mean that you should linger on it and keep it, and let it just affect that relationship.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, guys, you guys are hearing some of these things. I know you guys have some similar stories where someone, a friend, family member, or coworker or something was very petty about something. We like to hear about it. We're
Yeah.
sharing some of our viewers' stories of petty moments that they have experienced. We like to also hear some of your stories as well.
Okay, Chanel, Hector, Vasquez, Ferry, Tancos. We want you guys to join in. We want you to like, share, and subscribe this petty episode with those who you may feel are petty, or those that you feel need to hear this episode. So
That's
we need you
right.
to share it with them. And if you know somebody that's petty, go ahead and share it with us. And what that person did that you felt was petty, or if that person felt like you were petty, I want you to share that with us.
Yeah, and Tyrone, if you know somebody that was petty, please go ahead and put it in the comments. We'd like to know.
Yeah, and keep those gifts coming. Keep those hearts
Thank
coming.
you for those
We're trying to
gifts.
reach our 7,000 goal with the heart. So keep those hearts coming. We appreciate your support. Everything that you do for us, we appreciate it. It goes a long way. Those likes, those hearts, those beams, it all helps us out in the long run. Okay. And so the other viewers posted that my mama still brings up the time I broke her vase in the 5th grade. Mamas don't forget anything.
No, they don't, cause I still remember that whooping we got breaking my mom's mirror when you come in the door. I think we was in middle school when that happened, and she
Yeah.
still talk about it every now and then. But big shout outs to Lisa. She said that her sister is still mad about Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving plate from 2017.
Wow.
Y'all
That's that
food,
8 years ago.
y'all
Almost
food,
8.
food pettiness. Then that's undefeated. Come on now, 2017.
People cut the food by
There
food.
must
You
have been
know
some
that now.
serious greens.
People will cut the food about some food. But
Probably
yes,
some chitlins.
yeah. Oh, don't say that. There's some collards, probably mac and cheese. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, Lisa. Listen, if you got food petty stories, put them in the chat, guys. Shout out to everybody tapping the screen and sending those gifts. We see and we hear you. So keep it running up, run it up, keep it going, keep tapping that screen.
Somebody said Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith when ESPN is off. Oh gosh.
I like
Oh
it. I
gosh.
like it.
I know that's right. Poor Shay Shay. Oh gosh. We talked about him too. Like the old Red Fox used to say, "You big dummy." I just don't
Yes.
understand. But that's another podcast, guys. Go to YouTube. You guys can check that out. You guys will love that episode we did on Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's do this. The pettiness in relationships. We talked about some of your friends, family members. Now let's get into the pettiness in relationships. Now this is really serious here because pettiness in relationships can cause a lot of turmoil, stress, can break relationships up, and a lot of times it's just over miscommunication, misunderstandings, and we have to realize we cannot take these kind of things in relationships petty. But we're going to talk about it.
Okay, guys. Yes. So Let's go where petty really lives in relationships. Oh Lord, God. Couples are the pettiest.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
Mm,
facts, Doc B.
mm,
Again, like I said, women, y'all would get mad because I didn't notice your new hairstyle. You
mm.
know, it looked the way it did yesterday. My bad. Next thing I know, you posting selfies with your male cousins. Be like, he your new man, and I'm sitting here like, who's this dude? You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to notice the new hairstyle. Come on.
Let me tell you something, man. I do get that with the hairstyles because you should be able to recognize when your woman have a new hairstyle. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes with the nails, or a certain dress, you might have some certain things you don't always recognize. That they may want you to recognize. So that could be a touch and go
Okay,
situation, Doc
okay.
B.
All right, guys. So men are just as bad. Your girl forgets to text you back for 30 minutes, 30 whole minutes. You ghost her the whole weekend. No text, no call, just radio silence. And you do that as a payback. You paying her back
Yeah,
because
and
she did not text you back for 30 minutes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and guys, you have to realize, this is 2025. The tariffs are beating everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
Prices and everything are soaring high. So everybody has to work, has a side hustle, has something going on. Just because we have these cell phones, easy access, does not mean that it's easy access. Because literally, me and Doc B were old enough to know back in the day when we didn't have cell phones. In
Yeah,
fact,
yeah,
all you had was a home phone. So when you left the house until that person got back home, you didn't see them.
yeah,
You
yeah.
rarely even spoke to them if they decided to call home to check on you. So,
Okay.
let's not go that far.
Okay, we've got Ricky MMA said, "How y'all doing? We're doing good. What is this about? We're talking about petty people. Who's the pettiest? Men versus the women. So chime in and join in on the conversation. Who do you think is pettiest? You think it's men or women? Okay, guys.
Yeah. But here's the balance. Y'all need to learn the lesson. In regards to pettiness, because again, pettiness can destroy relationships.
Yes, it can. Okay. Now, don't justify pettiness. And let's not forget, men love keeping the score. Women, you know that they will keep a score. Y'all remember every single slight. They're not gonna forget now. You can bet that.
Okay, now, hey now, but don't forget, y'all are queens of the silent treatment. You get mad, but you don't even know why. You know, we just in the
No.
house confused, starting, staring at y'all like, is dinner still happening? Are you cooking?
Hey, and ladies, we don't feel like talking when we're thinking. Sometimes we want to just say we got to think about and process something. And it's not the silent treatment. We just need to process what just happened.
Nah, it's the silent
No,
treatment,
it's
guys.
not.
Let's keep it real and let's keep it in perspective. Doc B want to take it messy. You can process as fast as you want about certain things, but when you're being petty, that's when you
No.
need take extra time to process, something, and you don't have to take all that time to process.
All right, Missing Link, thank you for the heart. Mishon60 and George Parson, thank you for joining us. Ladies, I'm gonna stand firm. That's what we do sometimes. Okay, so what's the ladies? This is what I want you to tell me. What is the pettiest thing a man ever did to you? Fellas, what's the pettiest thing your girl ever pulled on you? I want you to drop it in the chat, guys.
Come on, guys. Come
Yes.
on, guys.
Don't let me down,
I need
girls.
you
Don't let
guys
me
to
down,
step up.
girls.
I need you guys to step up. Put it in the chat. Some of the petty things your girl
Come
have done.
on, my
Come on.
girls. Come on.
I'm counting on y'all.
Yes,
I'm
come on, my
counting on.
girls.
Okay, I got one. I got one. Thank you.
No.
My man bought food Oh no, that's that's a Doc B situation.
Yeah.
You can read that one, Doc B.
My man bought food and didn't get me anything because I said I wasn't
But
hungry.
if you weren't hungry, well, he's supposed to buy you something for later.
Yeah.
No, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because he would expect the same thing from me.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the fellas just chimed in. Thank you guys. My girl changed my PS5 password when she was mad. Oh, come on now. Not the PS5. Seriously? Seriously.
Okay, so my ex posted a single life meme every time we argue. Oh,
You know what? You know what? You know what? I think who is that from? Cause I think that's from a guy, you know, because guys ain't out there posting the single life memes. You know, y'all women be all on social media posting all them single pics like y'all by yourself. You know, you look on their page, it's like 50 pictures of them by themselves working out, they little outfit. Then you see one little picture with her and a dude in the background. That's her man. That's her man. Come on now.
Yeah, the men do the same thing. Ladies, let's keep it real. The men are doing the same thing, flexing, shirts off.
But seriously though, the PS5 password.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of that's petty. I must agree. That's a bit much.
I appreciate that, Doc B, for your sincerity on that because guys, hey, you can't be changing the PS5 password. I'm serious. Xbox either. Neither one of those. Don't do it. All right, man. You know, the PS5, you know, that's sacred, like we said. So shout outs to Darius for that one. I appreciate you so much. From Chicago, thank you so much. Y'all family, don't forget to share the live. You know, we appreciate that. Somebody you dating right now need to hear this conversation, especially somebody you know can be petty for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, let's carry it with them day after day. This drives me crazy. So now let's talk about petty at work, these work relationships and friendships. Okay. What do you think about that?
Oh, now, okay, let's talk about petty outside the house. All right. Like Doc B said, jobs and friendships, now they full of it. You know, the worst, if you ask me, is at the job because that's somewhere you make your money. And that's the last thing you need to deal with a coworker or especially a boss that's being petty.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah. Okay, guys. So at work, your boss will write you up for being 5 minutes late, but overlook the coworker stealing office supplies. That happens. That happens. 5 minutes late, they usually give you 15.
Yeah, but you know, if they being petty, you know, they had a right to do so.
Yeah.
You know, they have that right. Now, whether they should do it or not, you know, I don't think so. But you know, again, those are the petty coworkers, petty bosses.
Yes.
Now, and coworkers, you know, you don't say hi. You know what I mean? How you doing on that Monday morning after you done been off all weekend? So you stop holding the elevator for them all week. You know, you see them coming and you press that close button on the elevator. You know, come on now, that's petty.
I can hear him say, she didn't even, or he didn't even speak to me this morning. Well, guess what? You probably didn't speak to them either. That's petty.
And I agree. You know, it should not be you spoke to me and you didn't speak to him. If first of all, it should be a greeting. If I'm walking up and I'm not saying anything, what's stopping you from saying good morning?
Yeah.
You know, now if you say good morning and I don't say anything in return, now that's me being petty.
Yeah.
You know, but you gotta remember that goes both ways, guys. Come on now.
Yeah. And then let's think about the friendships. You miss a birthday dinner. And you cancel forever.
Oh my God! Don't miss that grandbaby birthday. Oh Lord Jesus! I know, right? You might not see your grandbaby till she's 6.
You're canceled forever. You're no longer invited to the baby shower. You're no longer invited to the cookouts or the wedding. You just been X. You've been crossed out. That's what happens. Some people are so petty about minor stuff. They don't even know what you had. You could have had something else going on. And that could have been the reason you didn't make it. But they don't care. They're just going to X you.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and some of y'all men, y'all know y'all be petty with y'all friends too. Come on, let's be real. Like your boy don't come to the game. Next
Mm-hmm.
time he needs to help moving. Oh, sorry, bro, my back hurt.
Uh-huh.
But really he just chilling. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, for some of y'all that know me, don't ask me to help you move because my back really do hurt. And I've been in 2 accidents, done messed up my back.
Uh-huh.
So don't ask me to help you move anything. Now, if you got some papers, a little garbage bag, I can do that. But I ain't moving no couches, and for some of y'all that still got that big screen Flow TV from the early 90s, y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Stop it. Some people love their TVs. If it still work, you play that TV. I
Like
don't have
Martin
no
said at
problem.
Hibachi 2000, get rid of it.
No, play that TV. Okay, Butterfly 4, Edwards, Antonio Hill, and Kim. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the JME family. So, guys, family, have you ever stopped talking to a friend over something small? Be honest. Put it in the comment section. You were probably in your feelings that day. But it happens to the weak of us. I can't say that it's never happened to me. Maybe probably about 10 or 15 years ago. I'm a little bit older and wiser now, so I don't take too much stuff at heart. But I'm sure it's happened to some of you before.
But see, sometimes you have to determine, what some people think is small.
Yeah.
See, what that petty person might think is something small, you may think is
It's
something
big.
bigger than what it could be. So it can go either way. You know what I mean? You can literally say, "Oh, that ain't nothing," or whatever like that. But sometimes that person can be being petty. Like for instance, say you open up a new business and you tell your boys, "Hey, I just opened up a new restaurant," and then your friend said, "Oh, open your little restaurant."
A little
Now
restaurant.
now it sounds like he's congratulating you, but the way he said, "Oh, you open a little restaurant,"
Uh-huh.
he's downplaying what you're doing. See, that's petty. So you got to kind of pay attention to those kind of things like that. Oh, okay. Well, somebody just commented. My bestie stopped talking to me because I didn't wear the matching outfit she picked.
Oh
Hey,
God.
thumbs up. That's a like, brother. You know what I'm saying? If she got you putting on pastels and polka dots, say no to that.
Oh God.
Say no to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another
Yeah.
comment said, "My coworker's still mad because I didn't save her a seat at lunch." Wow.
Now, if it was
Yeah,
a
that.
male coworker, hell no. My
Yeah.
wife, might want to FaceTime me. I don't need you sitting next to me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, some things can be petty, but as Broker J3 said, some things that may be petty to some people is not considered petty to others. But you really have to value that and determine whether it's worth losing a friendship over.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I'm saying, guys, is pettiness can run deep. Shout out to everyone commenting. We see y'all. Tap that screen and keep it coming. Thank you,
Exactly.
guys.
And we'll appreciate you guys tapping the screen. We see you guys.
Mhm.
We appreciate the comments too. We're an interactive podcast. We love hearing from our subscribers, our listeners when we're live. And even when we're not live, guys, and you guys are replaying the live, it's okay to comment as well because we always go back and we always comment on the comments. So we appreciate you guys so much. But let's jump into this male versus female petty. Okay.
Now I need my females to come on board. Now I need some comments. I need y'all to add something in the chat. We're gonna settle this. Male versus female petty.
I think me and the fellas can agree that the women are the pettiest, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. All right, Doc B, let's settle this. Men versus women. Who's worse?
I am going to be honest. Women are more creative petty. Men are sneaky petty.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all try to act tough, but y'all be keeping tabs and silent. Yes, you do.
I think
Yes, you
y'all
do.
I think y'all are the queens of sneaky. I think
Queen.
y'all because let's be real, a man really can't be sneaky.
Yes, he can.
Nah, man can't be sneaky. We went through this once before. If a man is on the phone talking to another woman and or a woman call him and his woman is next to him, he's not gonna answer the phone, or he'd be like, I don't know who that is, or, oh, so and so, I don't want to talk to them. I talk to them later, you know. And of course, women be like, why you don't want to answer your phone? Tell him you busy. Tell him you with me right now. But see, y'all women, y'all talking about sneaky. See, the guy call them, they'll pick up the phone. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, I'm all right. I'm just chilling with my man right now, so I'll probably have to talk to you later. All right? Okay. All right, girl. Later. I'm knowing all the while that was Daryl on the phone. You know what I'm saying? See, that's to me, that's how sneaky y'all can be.
I think men can be sneaky and petty too. Y'all try to act tough, but y'all keeping tabs in silence, like I said a few minutes ago.
All right, true, but women weaponize the emotions. Y'all do the silent treatment. Y'all do the social media subliminals, the dramatic unfollows. Y'all petty is loud.
It may be a little loud and dramatic, but y'all are doing it sneakily, kind of like, well, nobody don't see you being petty. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. And men petty is prideful. Y'all will let a friendship die over ego. Like you too prideful to just say, bro, you hurt my feelings.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this scenario real quick. This is a man petty. They save receipts from arguments. They remember back in 2021 when you said this, when you said that. Okay. Now, a woman petty, it goes through the phone contacts and asks, who is Keisha Jim? And why she texting you at 8 p.m.?
Yeah. And we supposed to, right, ladies? hey, yeah. Roger Gungala, Harold Bryant, thank you guys for joining us. Where my females at? Yes, we supposed to do that.
They being petty to you, Doc B.
Okay. Family, drop it right now. Who's pettier, men or women? Let's see what y'all think, guys and girls. I need some comments.
All right, guys. Since only my fellas are commenting, it's either appreciated fellas, appreciated thumbs up.
Comments in there.
Yeah,
as well.
It's about one or two. Most of them being petty, Doc B. So let's talk about let's talk about how to deal with these petty people, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna have some of them that's gonna be petty regardless. So let's talk about how to deal with them. Okay.
All right. So the real question is, how do we deal with petty people? Do we ignore them? Apologize for what you may have said or thought you did, or just cut them completely off?
Well, for me, I say let petty folks be petty folks. Don't feed into it, at all. If you keep entertaining their pettiness, they'll keep upping their game even more. Yeah. So ignore the foolishness. Yeah. That's what I say.
Now, that's one thing that we do agree on, because sometimes it's never enough. And then if you say something and they react that way or petty about something you said or did, chances are they're going to do it again.
Exactly.
So you'll be back in the same boat that you're in right now. Okay. So I say, think about discernment. Sometimes you apologize just to keep the peace. I know I've done that before, just to keep the peace, even if it's dumb. Other times you just might have to just walk away and just cut that person off. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Protecting your peace is the most important thing of all.
Yeah. I totally agree. Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to get into another quick scenario. Imagine your best friend stops talking to you because you didn't comment on her business post. I'm going to say that again. Imagine your best friend stops talking to you because you didn't comment on her post. Do you A, apologize just to smooth things over?
Yeah. You could.
B, ignore it and just keep moving. Or C, cut them off completely. Now, of course, my answer would be apologize and smooth things over, because sometimes, hey, we all on social media, and sometimes, we don't catch every thread, every post, everything.
Hmm.
Sometimes I have to go back after the fact and like some of my friends' stuff, or put a comment in there. I can't do it every day or immediately when they post. It might be a week or two later, but I try my best to try to get as much as I can.
But the most important thing about that is your best friend has to let you know that she had an issue with you not commenting on her business. So that's the communication part. But say, for instance, you get cut off or that person is petty and haven't even told you the reason why they're behaving the way that they're behaving.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's when you really have to think about it, because a lot of times you don't know why the person is reacting a certain way.
Yeah.
But you can go to that person and ask them with hopes that they'll be honest with you and tell you the real reason why they're treating you differently.
So if somebody does apologize to smooth things over, what do you?
I think apologizing is important, but you have to think also that apologize first, because life is too short. If it
So
takes me just saying I'm sorry, I don't have a problem with that.
so
To mend things.
so what if somebody said, I just want to ignore it and just keep it moving? What do you say to that?
Oh, that's childish. That's just childish. I think that if you are best friends with somebody, you should try to mend that relationship.
Okay, so what if somebody said, well, I'm just gonna just cut them off completely? What do you say to
Well, I
that?
don't need that kind of energy. I try not to cut people off because you never know what people are going through. So I try to mend all of the relationships. But if it gets to the point where that person just refuses to accept your apologies, then you may not have any choice but to cut them off and move on.
I got you, that B.
Hmm.
Shout out to Jerome. He says he cut off a friend because she tested his loyalty too much. Hey, respect, bro. I get you.
Hmm.
You have to be able to draw the line, because some certain things are beyond petty. If somebody is testing your loyalty, and you know for a fact you're being loyal to them, hey, maybe it's time to cut them off, because again, you don't need that energy, like Doc B said.
Yeah, yeah. You can do without that kind of energy. And shout out, guys, to Chanel. She says she apologizes just to move on. I'm with you, Chanel, because she doesn't like drama. Me either. Life is too short. And I try to see both sides as well. Yes.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right, family. So don't forget, again, you can replay this whole episode later on YouTube at Live with J and B. Make sure you guys head over to there if you're on one of the streaming platforms,
Hmm.
Bigo Live, TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, whichever one you're watching us on. Make sure you go over to YouTube and search at Live with J and B, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to our channel. Again, we're on all major social media platforms, and for you guys that love to listen to your podcast,
Hmm.
we're on all
Yes.
audio major platforms. Okay, so make sure you guys subscribe, comment, and always share the live.
Okay, guys. So this is my final thought for today's episode. I mean, we've had some laughs. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for joining in. Much love to you. We love you guys. We had some laughs tonight, but for real, petty can ruin relationships, it can ruin friendships, and even your own peace. And it's all about protecting your peace. Life is already hard enough. We got a lot of stuff going on. We don't need that drama extras. Don't let the small things break your big bonds. Protect your joy, your peace, and choose love over petty every single time.
I like that, Doc B.
Yes.
I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, for me, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you guys that's rocking with us tonight. And not just tonight, some of our day ones, we wouldn't be here without you guys. And some of our
Yes. Much
newcomers,
love to you. Thank you.
that some of our newcomers that's joining us and enjoy the podcast and like to stick along with us. We appreciate you guys also. Remember, we don't take your time for granted. Y'all could
Yes.
be anywhere, but
Mm-hmm.
you guys are here with J and B, and we love you guys for that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your circle strong. Keep your peace even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, guys, don't waste your time on folks who live in petty land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, cut them loose if you have to. So stay real, stay blessed, and remember, you're part of the J&B Live family right now. We appreciate you tapping that screen. We thank you sending those gifts, dropping those comments. Y'all made this conversation tonight, so thank you.
And we appreciate it. And don't forget again, guys, share the live with your friends. Again, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us at Live with J&B and catch us on replay on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all that.
Yes.
Just make sure you guys stay connected to J&B Live Podcast because we're just getting started.
All right.
Again, I'm your boy, that guy, your
Oh.
uncle, Broker J3.
And I'm your girl, your favorite auntie, not just your auntie, your favorite auntie, Dr. B. So thank you guys for joining us.
And family, we love y'all for real. And like we always say, until next
Yes.
time,
Let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate it so much, guys.